At least we're not wasting a whole bunch of tape. Alright. Hey, BOOZHOO Anishinaabe Doog. Welcome back. And we're reading Amix Blood. We're just reading a few pages every day until Christmas. So this is Amix Blood Part 4. And we're going to start on page 16. So here we open up on a picture of the Vladimir Castle. And the biggest full moon I've ever seen. Alright, here we go. Back at Castle Blood, Vladimir and Tina were discussing their daughter. Vladimir pulled the covers up close to his chin and said, "I still can't believe I allowed you to talk me into sending Amix to that school." "Well, dear, it was your idea to take her out of the Vampire Institute," Tina replied as she cleared the tray beside his bed. "Ugh, don't remind me. My Amix was too good for that idiot school," Vladimir proclaimed. "I remember that night like it was only yesternight." 2 months earlier, Vladimir and Tina were sitting in the offices of the head administrator of the Area Vampire Technical Institute. Dr. Chocula leaned back on his red leather chair and began to read from the manila folder in his hands. Falls asleep in class, he read out loud. Refuses to drink blood. Shows zero ability in bat transformation class. Displays a disinterest in vampire culture and history, and ultimately isn't making satisfactory progress at this institution. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Blood, I am aware of Amix's disability, so I don't mean to sound insensitive, but she doesn't seem to really belong with the full-blooded vampires. Vladimir slowly rose to his feet. Lightning crashed and lit up the office. His eyes became completely white, and his fangs grew a full inch. "How dare you!" he hissed. "My little girl is unique, and all the more special because of it. Your own mediocrity blinds you from recognizing it." Then, taking Tina's hand, he said, "Let's go, darling. We won't have Amix spend one more day in this dump." "You were so angry," Tina said, returning to Vladimir's bed. She smiled and adjusted her husband's pillow. "My hero." "Oh, that little twerp," Vladimir said. "He's lucky I'm a pacifist." "But were we really so wrong to want her to have all the same advantages of the full-bloods?" Tina asked. "Isn't that what the boarding school will do?" "That boarding school is run by the same church that protested our marriage, my love," he replied. "Why can't there be a school that respects her elven heritage?" "Obviously I don't like it any more than you do, dear," Tina said. "But it's a vampire's world now. Amix can't live in the past." "Such a pity," Vladimir sighed. "Sometimes I am ashamed to be a vampire." Back at the boarding school, the students were getting ready for bed. Rows of coffins lay side by side in the basement. The sun would soon rise, and every elf was expected to sleep throughout the day. Amix was already lying down in her coffin. In spite of the no-talking rule, Amix whispered, "Hey, Snap, can you hear me?" "You're not supposed to talk," he replied, also in a whisper. "I'm busting out of here," Amix said. "You with me?" "Are you crazy?" Snap replied in a louder whisper. "You want to end up like Geldof and Jared? Do you want to end up like Sister Dracula?" "You're one to talk, Amix," Snap said. "You're already half vampire." "What's that supposed to mean?" "I mean, if I get caught, it's off to Santa's workshop," he replied. "If you get caught, they just bring you back." Amix was silent. She knew Snap was right, and it made her feel guilty. She didn't really belong there any more than she did at the Vampire Institute. It was clear to the young girl she was on her own. She would wait until the sun was high in the afternoon sky, and then make her escape while the teachers were asleep. Alright, let's stop right there. That's about 5 minutes. I'm going to try to keep these podcasts short. Alright, well, I just want to say miigwech. Thank you for watching. BOOZHOO Nana BOOZHOO. And I will see you again. Igawaba min, minawa. Hawa. Yeah, it's getting deep.